Welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Blind. Looks like this guy is ready to go for our quest. So let's.
Hey.
You have to be patient with me, Eric Erickson. I got my spy bot inside working on a very delicate matter. No, it's actually right here, right now. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be with you in a second. Now do me a favor, try not to let Elizabeth see you. We're about to ambush him. How do you know about this before I start the quest? Now we're going to start talking the first time. Maybe that was a weird interaction with the fact that we talked to him earlier when he was in the middle of doing the quest for someone else. But anyways. Infiltrating the castle. What the? Don't sneak up on me like that. And keep your voice down. What in the name of the shadow are you doing sneaking up on me for? Can't you see I'm busy, you daft fool? What do you mean, what am I doing? I'm for the next dark portal to open. What do you think I'm doing? Speak your piece and be off with you. For the guard noticed the two of us hiding in the bushes together. I have a reputation to maintain. I'm not really hiding in the bush. I'm just kind of nearby. There we go. This is much better. Items of some consequence. Trius wants the time to pushed up some, huh? Okay, we can do that. But I'm not ready. I know this. I'm doing the hard part. But you're the one that's going to get his hands dirty, understand? Good. Okay, I'll need to get me a few things where I can put my plan into effect. I got the perfect disguise, I'll get spy bot past those guards. Here's some silk and a couple apples. Silk's up to you, but Claire's little farm right outside the city has perfect sized apples. 3 silk cloth and 2 of Claire's fresh apples. Just outside the city? Should be doable. With any luck, we might have the 3 silk cloth on hand. Worst case scenario, we can just buy some from the auction house that we now know exists in Stormwind. Previously, it really didn't matter if there was or wasn't an auction house in Stormwind, since I just always find myself back in Ironforge anyways. But it's been pretty convenient while we're hanging out in Stormwind for the last while. We still have to hand this in someday. That was over in Darkshire, I think. Once we're done with the whole thing we're doing here, this whole chain of events. Kind of annoyed that he couldn't tell me to go do something while he was doing the quest for somebody else. Like, somebody doing a quest ties up the NPC so you can't do other things. What if you just kind of like don't attack them? Do they despawn eventually and other people can use that NPC again? I don't know how all this works. It's probably fine. Hiccups. Alright. Let's get this. It's going to be in Ironforge. Yep. Hey, look at that. I wish you could pin all the quests, even the ones that didn't have info. Like, you could just say a small line.
Good day.
But you can do that with add-ons. I bet you can have add-ons that just tell you what to do, no matter what it is. Right. Okay. Something like that.
Have a good one.
Typically, I don't need to take partial stacks of things. So I just pressed a button and then it worked. So I'm gonna be okay with that. Right, outside town. Let's go get some apples. Not cheese. We don't want to use cheese. Has to be apples. What kind of disguise is he making with apples? I'm not gonna think about it. I just do the things that people tell me to do. We can use our rallying cry of the Dragon Slayer to go collect some apples. A completely reasonable thing to do. I wonder how far we're pushing this timetable up on this whole mission if you didn't even have the disguise ready. Guess it was just collecting more intelligence. Staking out the area. Claiming to hide in the bushes while standing next to a bush. Get this on our map. No. Okay, one would think that apples would be near apple trees. Y'all got any apple trees? And here's Clara. Okay. Where are your apple trees?
Hello.
Is that... Okay, let's check this. Clara's fresh apples. There's a little farm, right? I saw the serious perfect size apples. The apples that are sitting on her table. I just come over here, steal this person's apples off their table. How did he know that she had apples on her table? As far as I can tell, there's no apple trees. These apple trees? Oh, they don't look like it. She walked over to the well or something. Again, no, not apples. Now, if it was an apple orchard, I could say that would make sense for them to have apples, but I'm not seeing any apples. They've got, what we got here? Dead cabbages, maybe? Decidedly not an apple orchard. So he just knew that some random person had fresh apples lying on their table. Okay. These apples are soul-bound to me. Restores 30 health for 15 seconds. Must remain seated while eating. Fresh piece of fruit that's good to eat, and apparently good for disguises too. Also, if I eat these apples, do they respawn? I'm not gonna test that. I just come back to him, like, do you have the apples? No, I ate them. Why would you do that? I'm not gonna test it. Okay. You always have to be prepared for your players doing wacky things. It's like, they get reported in, yeah, I can't finish the quest because I ate the apples. It's like, why did you do that? Because I wanted to know if I could. But I'm not going to test it. Somebody else can do that. I am far too busy to be messing around with things and breaking stuff. I still have an entire different place to go, hopefully, this episode. Everybody running around on their mounts. It's a little 40 for a mount, right? I think my problem's gonna probably be money portion. It'd be nice though. Alright. Back to the keep, which is also a castle. You can tell by the way that it is. Okay. Let's see what this disguise looks like. 3 cloth and 2 apples. Got a nice little quest marker.
Interesting.
I've been watching Lescavar for a couple weeks now. Trius has never trusted him, but we didn't suspect he was involved in anything to do with the Defias Brotherhood. We were following leads that tied him to the Twilight's hammer. Either way, he's become more dangerous than the city can deal with. That's where we come in. Give me those items so we can put my plan into effect. These will do nicely, Eric Erickson. Great job. I've the rest of my gear I'll need in my pack. Thank the light, I just got a tailor friend of mine to make me a silk bag. I was running out of room carrying all my gear around. Before Spybot heads in, let's get the details set so you know what you have to do. Well, if I only had a tree branch to hold up in front of me, the guards would never see me then. Like, he seems to be a pretty effective spy. He even has a spy bot. But I'm questioning how he is so effective. He doesn't seem to be very good at it, while simultaneously being very good at it. That's okay. The attack. After I put on Spybot's disguise, he'll head in to talk to Lescavar. The guards should let him pass no problem. While you were getting materials for me, I took care of informing Marzan that it was time for him and Lescavar to meet again, and even dropped some false information. Lescavar will dismiss his guards and wait for Marzan out here in the garden. After you catch wind of talk about the Defias, make your move. You need to kill them before the guards return. When you're done, speak to Trius. We're in the garden until Lord Gredgar, Lescavar, and Marzan the Silent Blade have had their conversation. Afterwards, kill them both before returning to Elling Trius and Stormwind.
Right.
Here we go. Should I buff for this? Let's see this disguise. Oh my goodness, that was very impressive. Priestess Tyronia. He did a better job with that than I expected him to. I guess he really is that good. What level is this quest? It's green. Of course, he awaits you in the library. Good, 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 good. Thank you. I'll be with you. I'm going to assume I should not follow them to see what they're going to talk about. That would not make me a very good spy. This'll work out. See, this is how you hide in a bush. I'm a professional. And now we wait. Remain in the garden. Yep. I can follow instructions. And we already saw what's supposed to happen at the end here. So. Wonder if they're actually over there having a conversation. Ah, there he is. It's time for my meditation. Leave me. Royal Guards. Yes, sir. Wait for the guards to be out of sight. Marzan, the Silent Blade. There you are. What news from Westfall? Van Cleef sends word plans are underway, but he's heard rumors that someone's snooping about. And it seems the meddler, Shaw. I'll see what I can discover. Be off with you. Contact you again. Very well, I'll return. Nah. What? How dare you? I dare like this. Make sure you can't escape. Lord Gregor Lescovar. Where are these guys gonna have cool drops? I mean, he's a lord. He should have something neat. If I was a lord, I would have neat stuff. Guards back. He didn't even try to run. Just some money from the Silent Blade. And even less money. Y'all are disappointing. Guards are back. Back to the Master of Cheese. That was easy. The Defias shall succeed. Doesn't seem like it. We've really been taking the Defias down quite a few pegs. Cleared out the dead mines, cleared out the stockade, took that guy out. I wonder if the Defias are going to continue to be the main antagonists. Or if we're going to upgrade to something a little bit more insidious. They are all over the place in low-level zones, but one has to think eventually we can move on to a little bit bigger deals. But I don't know. Well, maybe we'll find out about something about that. This whole quest chain here. We shall see. Wish those guys would have brought more cool stuff with them. Instead of just a paltry amount of money. Maybe I'll get some fancy rewards.
Hey there.
So it's done? Good. Thank you greatly for your discretion, Eric Erickson. You've proven worthy on more than one count. I'll be sure to keep my eyes on you and your progress within the Alliance. Be sure to keep your notes clean. The Head of the Beast. Find Shaw in Old Town. Let him know that the Lescovar threat has been dealt with, and about your involvement in the Lord's plot against the city. I'm sure he'll be proud to have another hero among Stormwind citizens. He'll more than likely send you off to meet with the prince or some other noble. Don't let it get to your head, Eric Erickson. The nobles can think they rule the city all they want, but some things remain out of their hands. So my time is Sean in Stormwind. And he is in Old Town. I think that's the guy in MI7, I believe. Do I mean? Just a dwarf falling from the sky. And we got some Stormwind reputation. That's good. I would expect to get some Stormwind reputation for dealing with threats to the city and all that. Seems reasonable. So we said we might talk to, like, the king or a prince or something? That'd be neat. One thing we talked... I think we talked to the King of Ironforge once. I think it was for a Christmas event, though, so I don't think that actually counts. If I'm remembering that all correctly. which is not a guarantee. He was upstairs. We are figuring out our way around Stormwind.
Greetings.
He's dead then? Your justice was swift, Eric Erickson. I pray the light that I never become your quarry. You're level 62, I don't think you need to worry about it. He laughs and claps you on the shoulder. I mean no criticism, Eric Erickson. How could I, being the master of all assassins? But in truth, you have done the people of Stormwind a great service, and for that I thank you. Ah, I almost forgot. Alexton came while you were away. He wished to speak with you. No doubt he wishes to report the goings-on of the Defias Brotherhood to the nobles. A bit of advice, Eric Erickson. If anyone should ask, I provide all details, but that it was your hand that slew Lescovar. Trust me, I am acquainted with the ways of such things. And as far as Trias goes, well, speak to no one of him ever, if you can help it. Well, I've been speaking to him about a lot. I've been speaking about him to a lot of people. Never mind then. Speak with Barris Axelston in Stormwind. How am I supposed to know where he is?
Be careful.
Was that the guy at the stockade? Question mark? Barris Axelston. We were doing so well, too. I love it when they tell me what area that they're in. Like, oh, he's in Old Town. It's like very convenient. Thanks for the info. But no, we can't have that. Just gonna go around the trade district. Axelson came while you were away. Maybe. Maybe. I feel like I probably can't get up on the shore that on the other side there. So I'm just gonna go around on the bridge. A whole bunch of people here. Oh, two. Nope. That's word in thumb. Owned. Good, good, good. Where am I going? Barris Axelston in Stormwind. Fantastic. Let's look at the map. Probably not in here. Probably not. Don't think it'd be in the Dwarven district. The keep? Maybe it's at the keep. These quests are probably made assuming you're paying attention. This is fine. Where's the... Okay. I think the name's familiar. He might be the guy that's over at the town hall. Is that over here? I'm trying. Hey, there he is. There's only so many places to check, so we would found it eventually, but... City Hall.
What can I do for you?
It's good to see you, Eric Erickson. I have heard that Lord Gregor Lescovar was found dead not long ago. It would seem that you were successful in your mission. You have my gratitude that you have saved me, and many others, from Van Cleef's revenge. An audience with the king. I have prepared a report for the king. I believe you should be the one to deliver it to him, along with an account of your findings. Do not worry. There is no doubt that he will commend you for doing your duty to the people of Stormwind. Your audience is scheduled soon, so you'd best hurry. There's a bit of a ways to Stormwind Keep. Barris Axelson's report on Defias Brotherhood, King Varian Wern. Wern in Stormwind Keep. Oh, look at that. That's got a lot of stats on that. I will gladly take your fancy kingly ring.
See you later.
Worth. And we can read the report. Might as well. We might read it when we get there, but... What page is this? 4? That's good. From the hand of Barris Axelston, Officer of the City Architect, Stormwind. Your Majesty, there are many reasons as to why I felt that a report should be compiled and presented on the recent affairs of the Defias Brotherhood and their activities throughout the kingdom. For perspective, I shall begin with a bit of history. As you may or may not know, my service to the city of Stormwind began as a member of the Stonemasons Guild. Through years of work, we completed the rebuilding of Stormwind, at which time the Stonemasons Guild, bills and fees, and salaries left unpaid and unspoken for. At that time, Edwin Van Cleef had been elected Guildmaster of the Stonemasons, and spoke out demanding restitution for our works. In response, the Stormwind House of Nobles ordered the Stonemasons Guild disbanded, which understandably angered Van Cleef, leading to a riot. Van Cleef led the Stonemasons out of the city. Before I continue, there are some other events that took place during that time that I should bring to your attention. First, it was at that time that I was offered the position of City Architect if I did not join with Van Cleef. Because of certain ideological differences, I chose to remain in Stormwind. Ah yes, a gold selling clan? It's probably just the ad. Lol. If anything would go against the spirit of this whole playthrough, it would be buying gold. Ridiculous. Anyways, back to our report on the Defias Brotherhood. Who's the real criminals around here? During the riots, Van Cleef's lieutenant and most trusted assistant, Basil Threed, was captured and held in prison. Waiting trial and questioning, Threed was almost forgotten about in the stockade. Returned to Van Cleef, after he led the remnants of the stonemasons out of Stormwind, he took advantage of the relatively unprotected state of Westfall, and used his considerable manpower to run many of the farmers off and take over the handful of gold mines. They got gold mines over there? I kind of doubt we're going to find any gold if we went there. It's a bit lower level area. But taking advantage of the resources at his disposal, Van Cleef hatched a plan of retribution against the government of Stormwind. This information came to light recently with the assistance of the bearer of this document, who was instrumental in shedding light on this vast conspiracy. I didn't just shed light on it, I took care of it. Took care of it all the way. Is that the right way? Yeah, that'll work. Getting all turned around. Alright. Now the question is, which of my 2 rings am I going to be replacing? Because this new ring is obviously good. All sorts of stats on it. let's make sure we can actually get the ring first. We might fall into the canals or something before we get there. Or maybe there's gonna be a dragon attacking. That would slow us down a little bit. Wouldn't be the first time. See, I believe episode 90 for a dragon attack. It was one of the more interesting videos. Or don't. You can do whatever you want. Or start from episode 1, watch all the way to episode 90, and then continue watching to this episode. And then do it again, over and over. Hey. I'm supposed to talk to... King Varian? Warren? This is a different person. What's going on?
Greetings.
The oppressor glares at you. An audience with the king, please. Eric Erickson, yes? I was informed by Barris Axelston that you would be coming. I must say, I'm most interested in what you have to say. You are to be commended for the service you have done for Stormwind, Eric Erickson. If Van Cleef had been successful in his machinations, he would no doubt have done considerable harm to the kingdom, something we must obviously avoid. Take this, warrior, as a token of the king's appreciation. I am only sorry he cannot be present. I am only sorry he cannot present it to you himself, but he is away on a diplomatic mission and shall not return for some time. Seal of the Rin. +3 strength, +3 agility, +4 stamina, +4 intellect, +3 spirit. Okay, if we look at... let's get the ring first.
Be careful.
That's it. That looks like it.
Well met.
Glares at you.
Light bless you.
Okay, I guess that's it. We did it. We didn't get to talk to the king or anything. Just this person. They're pretty neat. That's fine. Alright, let's look at our rings. We have the Tranquil Ring and the Coral Band of the Gorilla. Now, the Tranquil Ring has +7 spirit, which is better than this new ring. But the Coral Band of the Gorilla is +3 intellect and +3 strength, which can be simply replaced with this new ring at no loss. So we get to keep the extra bonus to spirit. I guess there is an option. We could choose either of them, but since it's just a straight upgrade on the Coral Band of the Gorilla, we can keep the extra spirit and intellect from the Tranquil Ring. Or we could keep that and have more strength and intellect. What's spirit? Health and mana regeneration? I mean, that's another idea. We'd be sacrificing 3 strength by not replacing with this. Health regenerates. The base regen really does not matter too much, it doesn't seem. And it would only be a slight decrease in spirit. Because this one also comes with spirit. So we can keep the extra strength from this ring if we get rid of the Tranquil Ring. Yeah, now we have the +3 strength in this one and the +3 strength in this one. I'm happy with that. Weapon skill improvements and health regen. I'd rather have the strength, honestly. I'm gonna go with that. It's just all around good too, so it's not a huge loss to lose the Tranquil Ring. Okay. I mean, it was good when we had, like, literally no other rings. I think we might have had one other ring we've gotten rid of before this. Maybe. That's okay. How many blue items do we have these days? We have the Fire Hardened Hauberk, which is pretty good. Surprised that's not blue. It's a really good sword. Super fancy ring. The Chauces of Westfall. So we got 3. We got our legs, our armor, and a ring. Those are pretty good spots to have good stuff. Okay. So next up, I'm gonna go turn this in Darkshire. Is there a store on the way here? Nice store in Darkshire. Oh, none of these in your buildings on this side. Shouldn't be too long of a trip to Darkshire. Very doable.
What can I do for you?
I need a ride to Darkshire.
For the election.
So that really does seem like that's the end of the story for the Defias Brotherhood. Took out the leader, took out the person who was getting revenge, took out the henchmen, took out their main base, dealt with the stockade. Let me off and get that copper. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for them. And it's looking like we're probably not going to have time to do the other thing I wanted to do, but that's fine. We can save it for next episode. I mean, that's all assuming that this part of the quest just ends. We're not thrown off on a whole nother tangent here. As far as quests go, we're at 16 out of 20 right now. Handing in ones, I'll be down to 15. That should be good. I can work with that. I'm really concerned about this red cooking quest. I don't know about that. I do not know about all that. But if I want to get better at cooking, I need to go do something insanely dangerous, apparently. Sounds like a plan to me. Darkshire. Don't think there'll be any more quests in Darkshire. I think we pretty much took care of all that back when we were here. Oh, that does raise another question. Where is this person we're looking for? Are they here? Councilman Millstep of Darkshire. Yeah, there he is. Good. What else doing anything? I can work with that. I'm back.
King's honor, friend.
So long as a molester of the dead like Drexton Ward is permitted to live, justice stands betrayed. Return to me once Lord Emlock's sentence of death is carried out on that defiler, Ward. We shall give the families of the dead the closure they deserve, and better yet, we'll send a clear message to the House of Nobles in Stormwind. Oh, they already got the message. The message was sword. So Drexton Ward finally paid for his crimes against humanity? Good riddance to the scum, I say. And cheers to you, my friend. Not only have you given the families of the dead the peace of mind they deserve, you sent a poignant message to those corrupt bureaucrats in the House of Nobles. Stormwind must rise to the needs of the people of Duskwood, or we will break free from their tyranny. We can choose the leather boots, or worse legs than we have. Your Darkshire legs are nice and all, but these Westfall legs are better. So I'm going to sell them to the bar.
Light bless you.
I'm gonna do it. Sell them to the bar. How would you like
Need help?
some fancy stuff? I also have cheese. Oh, let's see what their markup is. I could sell them for 50, and they sell for 4 silver 50. A 900% markup? 800%? Something like that. Anyways, ridiculous. What will you give me for these? 6 and 18. So these amazing pants of Darkshire are worth 2 cheese. Nope. They're worth 1 cheese. You can sell these. You can sell the reward for dealing with that guy and buy 5 cheese. I guess it makes more sense that they pay you in pants than 5 cheese, because that would feel like a insult. But when I sell them, it's fine.
Safe travels.
Okay. Guess I don't need to go back to Ironforge right now. Let me look at the map. Maybe better. I'll save a little bit of money on our travel expenses by going to Ironforge right now. Okay. Do I want to head over there? It's going to be a little bit of a trek to get where we're going next. I can probably start it up there. Let's do an outro flying away. That'd be nice. Okay. Now we're off to do another quest. But none of these quests. We're going to do none of these quests in none of these locations. And maybe wondering, what does that mean? I saw you. I can do that. We can turn in the silk or wool. Let's go do that. So we can clear out some bank space. I'm about to go on a whole spiel about what we're going to be doing next episode. But first, wool. Also need to figure out if I can turn in this wool in other locations too, for the same type of quest. I think it's just mostly reputation. If I can get extra reputation in other places too, I'll take it. Let's see how this one works out. See if they have another quest after this where they ask for like silk cloth or something. But we've been collecting this wool cloth for a little bit here, since they needed 60 of it. I can work with that. Maybe we'll finally no longer see this quest symbol once this is done. I can work with that.
Welcome.
They do have a donation of silk. Okay, donation of wool. Currently accepting donations of wool cloth. A donation of 60 pieces of wool cloth will then you full recognition by Ironforge for your generous actions. So reserve such on wool that we would only need 60 pieces from you total. We should be able to acquire enough from others in the realm to support our drive. We have 60 pieces of wool cloth on you and are ready to donate them. I'm able to take them from you now. Wonderful. We thank you for your generous donation, Eric Erickson.
See you
150
soon.
reputation.
Hello.
Also have silk. Also want 60 silk. Stocks of silk are an all-time low.
Keep your
60 silk is quite a lot. Can we still get progress on heavy silk? Just for a little bit longer. Once this goes into the... I'm assuming maybe like 225. This will go into the gray and will no longer have any use for silk. So once that happens, we can start collecting 60 silk for that quest. But 150 reputation, that's not bad. I can work with that. Anyways, back to what I was saying earlier. We were going to none of these locations. Friday Island. Merchant Coast. Something. None of those locations, none of those quests. Because we are going to
What's on your mind?
North Harbor. We're going back to a quest that we failed previously. What I believe has been the only quest we failed previously. Right over here in Dust Swallow Marsh. There was a guy we were supposed to kill. We failed. He disappeared. Everybody else related to the quest disappeared. But maybe I just had to wait for them to respawn. So, whether or not we've messed this quest up forever by failing and then abandoning it, we shall see. But if we have to go back through the entire quest chain, trying to find each NPC that we could talk to, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. And I'm going to try next time. Goodbye.